Hello Chattanooga, here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, former Hamilton County Sheriff Billy Long won't see a reduction in his 11-year federal prison sentence. An appeals court upheld the sentence after Long requested another reduction. The former sheriff pleaded guilty to extortion, money laundering, providing a firearm to a felon, and cocaine possession in 2008. Unless Long decides to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court, he'll be released from prison in 2019. The wife of a Chattanooga police officer has admitted that she lied when she told officers that her husband choked her during an argument. A domestic assault charge has been dropped against 44-year-old Officer Brian Smith. His wife, Ginny Smith, was not charged with perjury because she didn't testify in court. An East Ridge student has been arrested for carrying weapons to the first day of school. 18-year-old Eric Johnson was involved in a car accident before classes began, and when officers responded, they found 2 knives in his vehicle. Johnson says one of them was a gift from his father, who carried it during an Army tour of duty in Iraq nearly 10 years ago. He says he kept it in his vehicle after a friend was carjacked. And because of a strict campus policy against weapons, Johnson now faces felony charges on the first day of his senior year. He says a school official told him he'd likely be expelled. A local wrestling legend is now battling for his life. In the 1970s, Gypsy Joe sold out Memorial Auditorium Saturday after Saturday. He frequently appeared in TV spots, and legend says he's the first pro wrestler to jump off a steel cage. Now Gypsy Joe is 79 years old and in the hospital. A 5-year battle with gout forced doctors to amputate his right foot last month, and they say his entire leg could be next. So this Saturday, wrestling groups are putting on a benefit show in Rossville. The organizers hope to help Joe's family pay for medical expenses, one $5 ticket at a time. In Manchester, Tennessee, customers seeking relief from runny noses and headaches will have to take an extra step before buying pseudoephedrine-based cold medicines. City officials passed an ordinance this week requiring a doctor's prescription for the medications, which contain the main ingredient used to produce meth. Some good news for the city of South Pittsburgh. It's been almost a month since flash flooding devastated the town. The flood did millions of dollars in damage to homes, schools, and roads, but not the $8.5 million minimum required for government aid. The city was denied federal and state emergency funds, but now the Tennessee Housing Development Agency has announced a $300,000 grant for the town. That money will go to help homeowners and renters recover, which is a good thing, because 4 weeks later the city is still discovering even more damaged homes. It's the talk of Signal Mountain, but mainly because no one knows anything about it. There's an abandoned fruit bowl perched precariously high on the edge of the mountain, and no one has any idea how it got there. Was it left for the birds? Could it be a teenage prank? Or is it some kind of cult sacrifice? The fruit's sudden appearance continues to be a maddening mystery. An old gas station in Chattanooga has started a new life as a restaurant and bar. Universal Joint has opened in the old Pharaoh's Service Center at the corner of Vine Street and Georgia Avenue. And finally, a U.S. Army sergeant returning from Afghanistan surprised his son at a Chattanooga Lookouts baseball game. Sergeant Brandon Guy wore a Lookouts uniform to see 5-year-old Carson for the first time in months. Take a look.
Sergeant Brandon Guy was home on vacation for a tour in Afghanistan. He is Carson's dad. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Guy has done tours in Kuwait, Iraq, and is currently serving in Afghanistan. The station is working with the 101st Airborne.
Turning to weather, it will be cloudy today with a chance of rain and a high near 86 degrees. The low tonight will be around 73. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.